What's up, guys? In today's video, I go over the 2 notes lead preamp along with the KSR Eros combined. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Luis Torres, and funny enough, I ended up getting the 2 notes lead from Shawn Davis, truck driver Shawn, and I felt like when I had demoed it, when he shipped it to me a few months ago, I used it, but keep in mind that the inside of the lead, there's actually a 12AX7 tube in there, and it was one of those things where I didn't want to mess around with it because it wasn't mine. Now that it's mine, I actually went ahead and dropped a JJ 12AX7 S. So I put that in there, so it almost made it a little clearer as far as playing. I'm using that as the preamp. I'm actually using the Electro Harmonix 44 Magnum as the power amp. So if you've never used the power amps that are in pedal form, just know that they're absolutely incredible and shockingly loud. Even the more Baby Bomb 30, which is only 30 watts, it is a loud 30 watts, just like the 44 Magnum is 44 watts at 8 ohm, and it's just shocking at how incredible these little power amps in a little power punch of a pedal really are. Then I'm using the KSR Eros as my overall boost pedal. So I have the gain down to 0. I have the volume up. I'm looking at it here. I have the bass set to 3 o'clock, mid set to 11 o'clock, and treble off because I'm actually using the EQ mainly in the 2 notes lead. As far as mics go, I'm using my Audio-Technica AT2020. If you've never used that mic before because you are fixated on the SM57, just know that that is a great mic as an alternative that you can use if you want to use them both, or just use the one. I'm just using the one mic and that's it. Aside from that, I'm using my Zool noise gate and using the Peppers buffed out buffer at the beginning of my chain. The cabinet I'm using is my VHT 412, which is the fat bottom that comes equipped with Eminence P50E speakers, which if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, you wouldn't know that I've actually had this cabinet for about 2 years and just had it in the basement collecting dust because I didn't like what it sounded like. Since then, I think my ear has gotten better at getting a better tone. So all of a sudden I plugged it in yesterday and I was floored at how incredible these these cabinets are. And shout out to all my boys on Instagram who are just like, bro, you crazy? You need to pull that thing out and use it and get a proper tone from it. So and it's a great cabinet. So I'm going to be using one of my 1991 ESP M2 Customs neck through body. As usual, it's the one that has the Nazgul in the bridge, and that is it. So let me switch over. And here's one thing. I feel like there's a lot of haters when it comes down to these pedal power amps. And there's is it Carvin that has a 100 watt version of it? I think that's kind of a little silly. You don't need a 100 watt version of a power amp in a pedal. But it is what it is, and some dudes are using it. So I'm also running this out of my Electro Harmonix 44 Magnum believe it or not, running, even though it's not tube, I'm running it into my two notes captor and using it as an attenuator, and then that's running out into the VHT, because keep in mind again that the two notes lead has a tube in it. So I feel like the only real way, even though I'm not pressing, anything with regard to the power, any power tubes, because it's solid state, but I feel after having used it straight along with the attenuator, I feel like there's more of a growl when I'm using it through the attenuator and cranking the 44 Magnum a little more, and that kind of pushes the two notes lead preamp, and it just sounds incredible. And if you don't believe me, stay tuned. Let me grab my guitar, which is right here. So I don't have to pause. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. Okay, so there you guys have it. And, it's funny because I think when I ended up demoing, my mic is right here. So I think when I ended up demoing it the last time, if I remember, I didn't really use any boost pedals with it. I didn't use anything with it at all. Like I was just like, all right, this is what it sounds like, and it should probably be boosted. And I never did, don't know why. But if you were to find yourself with the two notes to the lead, not only are you going to love that thing, but keep in mind, it's like anything else, right? You have to boost it unless it's perfectly designed right out of the gate. I feel like there really aren't many amps that are out there that are like that. I mean, the Armored Sabo, the Cherrytone Yeti, the KSR Aries, just a handful of amps that I have that literally you take it, plug it straight through, literally guitar, cable right to the front of the head, and that's it. It's just golden. But a lot of things aren't like that, and that's okay. You just got to know what to do when you run into anything like that. So if you were to find yourself with the 2 notes lead, I think you're going to love it. Get your favorite boost pedal or your favorite overdrive pedal, using it as a boost. Just cut the gain down and you're just let it rip. And if you guys have a VHT 412 cabinet or 212 or 112 with the P50E, dude, the thing is a beast. A beast. I had no idea. I literally have had it in the basement for 2 years collecting dust, and whenever I would think about it, I'm like, that thing is terrible. But it's a great alternative to using a Celestion V30. It's a little clearer, a little grittier, and not as low end, which is good, especially if you have an amp like a Randall Satan or a Mesa rectifier that naturally has more of a low end grind to it. Then the VHT is a great cabinet to use. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the description below. Link to my boy Shawn Davis, Truck Driver Shawn, and if you're looking for anything below that, like pickups, check out Voodoo Custom Pickups. If you want cables, I mean, I have a slew of links below, so check those out. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And as usual, if a commercial pops up right here, just click on visit advertiser. That way I make a little extra than just the usual 1/1000th of a penny, because that does nothing for Papa Bear. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I'll talk to you guys soon.